What is going on, everyone? My name is Nathaniel Crabtree, aka Lil X Tarnation, and this is the very first episode of the WIT Tarnation Podcast. I'm joined by my friend Nico Gutierrez.
Hello.
Joseph Ross.
What's up?
Jacob Perch. Jacob
Hi.
Perch.
Hey.
And Alex Kirkman.
Hi.
So this is actually our first episode of the WIT Tarnation Podcast. It's going to be a very wacky, grand old time you're going to have with us. We're just a couple of whack guys, and we're going to talk about life and everything about it. To get us started, boys, how much does coronavirus suck?
A lot.
3.
Gross.
1 out of 10.
Coronavirus.
Everyone hates coronavirus. Me and my boys
I
hate
just said it's 1 out of 10.
coronavirus. Oh, Alex, Jacob, why do you like coronavirus?
I don't like coronavirus. I think it's a solid 1 out of 10.
Oh, I thought you said 10 out of 10. Yeah, it sucks. Everything sucks. I mean, we're so slowly able to hang out with more people now. It's been getting better. But overall, I miss school. You know, it was a grand old time.
You said grand old time twice. I don't suggest using it again.
I want to make it my catchphrase, though.
Well, if you want to make your catchphrase, then go ahead. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, thank you.
I support this.
Sounds like a grand old time.
Yeah, it's like a grand old time.
Jesus Christ. It's like
There's
that.
been a lot of schoolwork, and I've done a little bit of it.
I literally feel like there's more schoolwork now that we're not in school than there was when we were in school.
Yeah, everything feels so tiring. Like, I do like 5 minutes, and I'm already done.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, it all sucks. Even though all my grades are A's, I still feel like I'm not doing enough. But, you know,
I feel like I'm doing plenty, but I know I'm not.
that's because you're not doing
Yeah,
enough,
like,
Joseph.
I have absolutely no idea what the heck's going on in chemistry. I've had to retake
me
2
neither.
grades. I've had to retake 2 quizzes so I can get a better grade on them, and I do absolutely nothing. I just have to go online and find
Yeah.
the chemistry notebook. Hey, mister, you're hearing this. Don't
If you're reading this.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, don't listen to this.
Yeah, just shut it off right now. Yeah, everything sucks. I feel like once we get back, I'm going to be not caught up. Especially with Spanish, bro. I hate Spanish.
Dude,
Spanish is really hard.
Our Spanish
I miss Spanish, but I hate the subject Spanish because it's so hard. No offense, Spanish teacher.
that hard.
I love you.
I'm gonna say something right now. If you pay attention in Spanish class, it's not that
It's
hard.
not that hard.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's not that hard.
but if you don't pay attention, it's way more fun. Spanish
That's
class,
true.
Straight up.
Class
You
is a
gotta
lot
do
harder.
It's really hard
Extremely
and
fun.
not fun.
yeah, Spanish class is always so fun.
Spanish class has been my favorite class all year,
hmm
solely because of how much you mess around.
We got all the boys in there, and our Spanish teacher loves it. She loves it. I think she enjoys.
He hates
Huh.
us so much.
No, I
wait,
think
no, she kind of
she likes it.
Wait, who is your Spanish teacher?
Spanish is my least favorite subject. I have it at 7 a.m.
Wow.
and with the most boring teacher on the face of the planet.
Yeah, he's boring.
All
Like
the-
first period.
All
Well,
the
I
Spanish
don't know if
teachers
he's-
suck.
Always boring, but like
No,
at 7 a.m. he is.
I think all Spanish teachers are great.
No, only the Spanish 1 teachers are good.
It's
because
like-
they
it's
are
like-
freshmen.
It's like history. There's always one good history teacher and one normal history teacher. That's how it's always been.
You know, the good history teacher is really good. You know what he does? He makes diss tracks.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna go ahead
man.
and
They
skip
do
this.
that.
We're gonna go ahead and.
I'm not gonna talk about this. I'm
We're
just
gonna-
saying the good history teachers make diss tracks.
Okay, pal. Just wait. Anyways, to get to the real subject of today's podcast,
That's
I would
not
like-
a subject.
I have a few great subjects. To start things off, I want to go ahead and do a play-by-play here, a little simulation, and see how you guys do. All right, the simulation starts. Everyone with coronavirus suddenly turns into zombie-like creatures. This is the apocalypse that has just begun. What's your first steps? You just found out this news. How are you starting?
Okay, so
Guns. Lots and lots of guns.
my first,
Mm,
normally my first instinct was Dick's Sporting Goods, and then
Yeah, a lot of
and
dick
Costco.
teachers.
But
Oh, Costco's good.
Dick's Sporting Goods stopped carrying assault type weapons. So
Mm.
now I guess it's Smoke and Barrel Firearms. Shout out to you guys, right by my house.
Yeah. So weapons would be a big priority. I
So
necessarily
yeah, Get
wouldn't
guns.
go for guns. I'm more of a sword guy. A
I got
lot of
sword.
convincing
Dude,
has
a
been to
sword is
that.
so ineffective though.
No, dude, swords last forever. Okay?
Guns last forever too.
No, guns run out when your ammo runs out.
You have more
just
ammo.
make more.
You can't make ammo. Tell me how to make ammo.
Sword runs out when you run out of sword, so...
Yeah,
Yeah.
sword runs out when your sword is, like, broken.
Nini, you can make ammo.
You can make ammo. Tell me.
Yeah.
How do you make ammo,
Like-
Joseph? Don't look it up. Tell me right now.
Okay,
Why
how
would
do you
you
make
know?
an arrow? You get a stick and you sharpen it, and then you put a few
Okay.
feathers at the end.
I
That
don't know
counts as
all
ammo.
of the exact steps to making ammunition for a firearm, but I know it's not impossible. Like,
Nothing's
if you have a
impossible.
proper setup, you can do it.
But would you rather have one gun with 100 rounds or 5 swords?
One gun with 100
One gun with
rounds.
100 rounds.
Yeah.
Cap. No, you don't even
Yeah.
know. That's it. I'm starting the virus. I'm starting the apocalypse, and you guys are gonna be proven wrong. Swords are so much more effective. Okay, we're talking about zombies. They're gonna have
It's
to
all
get
cap.
close to you to do any damage, and swords are good at close range. Even if you shoot them far
Or
away.
you could use them.
Wait.
You could use the gun so they can't get to you close range.
Yeah,
because
but
Yeah,
you
so
use
then
a
they
sword-
can't do any damage.
yeah, but then.
If you use a sword, you're risking your life waiting for them to get to
All
close
right.
range
How about this?
to damage them.
You're running away the whole time. All right, so there's zombies all around you. They're coming at you. You have a gun. You're shooting. Once you run out of ammo, while you're reloading, they can easily come up and kill you. With a sword,
That's why
you're gonna slash for hours, just back and forth. No
You
one's
run
getting
out
to
of
you.
so much energy though. You
It's-
could
it's-
not.
Yeah, but you run out of
energy.
you run out of energy before you run out of ammo before you run out of energy.
I
I
don't know.
don't
Have
think
you ever
so.
swung a sword through a zombie
Mm,
I don't know, man.
or
I have a
through
feeling you're one of those guys who
flashlights?
thinks he knows how to use a sword, but you really don't.
I do know how to use a
it.
sword.
Just
Actually,
because you have a lightsaber.
I have a lightsaber. I have the Master Sword replica. I
Oh,
have
it's a replica, so you can't use it.
well, yeah, I can't own a real sword. My dad won't let me. But I have a diamond sword that I actually broke because I hit my sister too hard,
A piece
and
of
You mean a
foam.
foam
the thing
sword?
broke off. No, it actually
Minecraft
it was
dinosaur?
foam, but it had freaking plastic inside as like structure.
Yeah.
Nini, you realize that a sword is like between 7 and 10 pounds, right?
They're
yeah.
kinda heavy, and it takes a lot of energy to swing one, especially swing one through something.
Well, it depends what sword you're getting.
Dude, have you seen the guys on Forged in Fire? How they
Yeah.
test those?
No,
blades?
yes, I've seen that, but it
They're,
all
like,
depends on
swinging at
the
the end.
material you use and the sword you have. Like a giant
guys
iron
test-
broadsword is going to be way heavier than like a machete. Machetes are like swords. All right, real
Yeah.
question: are machetes swords or knives?
I
It
I
depends
how
think
you
it's
use
better
it.
than knife.
You can use it for both purposes.
Yeah.
So it's neither.
I would-
Okay.
I
Or is
would-
it both?
its own category.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I didn't
All right,
mean
so
to-
we all agree on guns. Is there any more topics anyone else has?
We all
Essential
agree on guns.
Should we
researches.
agree on
No.
guns?
No,
gotta get
you all agree on guns.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get a boat. If you get a
Boat.
boat, you can just take off.
Yeah, but where are you gonna go?
Let me drink a boot.
To the water.
Okay, but the water, you can't just live in the water. You got to go to land eventually.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So where are you
I
gonna
don't
go?
know. You can live
You
on
just get a
water for
boat
a
and you go
pretty
up to
long
like
time.
Canada where there's no people. You can just live there.
There's people in Canada, Alex.
There are parts of Canada that are pretty uninhabited
There's
that
like a few
chances are would
people in
have no
Canada.
zombies in it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like, if you so here's a logistics question for a zombie apocalypse.
Hmm
How long can a zombie last without eating a brain, or
That's
like
true.
eating a
Well,
person?
you-
Because
If it's undead, there's no like immune system. I'm guessing their bodily functions don't work. So
okay, but there has to be some physically that they stay alive, or not
Yeah.
alive, but they stay
I don't know.
moving. Like they have to have some fuel, and
Yeah.
if they only want to eat people, then maybe in the small parts of Canada that don't have that have few people, those zombies get infected, and there's 10 of them, and they just die because there's no more people. Boom. Wait a month, then go there.
I guess, but we wouldn't know because we don't know.
We
I don't
don't know yet.
If it's like
Yeah.
if it's like a fun guy, as some people theorize, like a zombie branding fun guy, and that fun guy has to eat, so I'm guessing it would die if it hasn't eaten in a while.
But also, fungi feed on bacteria, which could be created by the body.
That's
He's a
true.
fun guy.
Maybe it's a self replicating organism.
Oh, that's smart.
Shut up! I'm talking.
all right. Let's get to the next
Did you
part.
guys hear what he said?
What did David say? I didn't hear
I'm
that.
not gonna say.
Good thing nobody heard it. All right, let's get to the next part. So you already got your Alex. You have a boat. Everyone else has guns. I have a sword. Let's talk about location. Where are you going? I know we already talked about Canada a little bit, but where are you gonna go?
Check chat.
Like, what's your end base setup?
Some sort of compound.
A compound, like a military base.
Yeah.
Something like that. Something that I can close off at will.
I
Well-
go
I'm
to
just gonna stay in the
Afghanistan.
neighborhood because it can be
Just
closed
because-
off.
Yeah, but let's say, Jacob, that infection gets into your closed-off neighborhood. You know, if it's so
Why would you
closed
say that?
off.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, we block off cobblestone.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I wouldn't stay in Visalia at all. I
Yeah.
would just
No.
take off.
Mm-hmm.
You should just go somewhere where, like, you can't be unless you have supplies. Like, super far up north or something.
Yeah.
If you're just, like, a normal dude walking around, you're just gonna die. But if you got, like, a bunch of stuff, then you're gonna survive.
All right, well, what about this? Let's say how about you take over a small town? 'Cause if you can just
Yeah,
kill,
that's up to the people living in the town.
okay, but it's survival of the fittest in zombie apocalypse.
Or do you work together to overcome this?
Yeah, but nobody works together anymore.
So you're clearly not the fittest, Daniel. So
Yeah, I'm not the fittest, but I'd get the fittest. I'm preparing. Just shut up.
not preparing.
I am preparing. I prepare every
Play
day.
Animal Crossing 3 hours a day. If it's not more, you're not preparing.
Dude, Animal Crossing is preparing. It's how I can raise a civilization.
True.
See, we're all gonna live, and you're gonna die because you didn't play Animal Crossing New Horizons. Shout out Animal
never
Crossing
played
New
Animal
Horizons. So anyways, I would say I'd control a small town because you get resources from everyone there. Maybe like a farm town because you got people growing stuff. You can
Yeah,
continue
you go
where they
somewhere
left
in the
off.
Midwest. That's the first place I'd go.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I think that's survival number one. That's how you survive a zombie apocalypse. I think that's a good thing. All right, I have more topics to bring up. So next, recently, we talked about this a little bit yesterday with my boys without Jacob because he was a little busy. But what are your opinions on conspiracy theories and
I think they're all fake.
I'm gonna
Every
sit
single
this
one?
out because conspiracy theories are the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
dude, come on, there's some
Feel
good
free
ones.
to talk about this without me.
No, dude, come on, Jacob, you got to be in this.
I have nothing
Damn
to say.
serious.
You have stuff to say. Come on.
About what?
All right, hear about this. I watched this one thing about the Nazis in Antarctica.
I argue about everything with you.
It's not arguing; it's constructive conversation.
What?
Constructive.
There are theories that during World War II, the Nazis were building like these crazy machines and vehicles, and that when they
Tanks.
lost, they took those to Antarctica to survive. Like the commanders.
I don't know about that. I mean,
Yeah,
Antarctica's pretty
pretty
barren. I think we would know.
No, dude.
He would definitely know.
There's reports of when we tried to send troops to Antarctica to set up a base. There's reports of them getting attacked by mysterious crafts.
Eskimos.
No, not Eskimos. Like
The Eskimos
ships.
did it.
Like ships. And they said like the ships were too powerful. They're either aliens or some people think they're Nazis. There's a bunch of theories about the things that go on in Antarctica, and nobody. It's
Definitely aliens.
It's so vast and unexplored. We don't know.
Maybe.
Alex, you think aliens over the
I know.
Nazis?
No.
Come on. What's more?
yes,
more?
aliens.
Aliens.
I think aliens did it.
Clearly, the aliens
Maybe.
didn't.
Maybe.
I mean, how could they not?
Jacob, what's your view on aliens?
Aliens.
Maybe like a 5.
I understand. I mean, I'm not going to deny there could be other life forms out there, but we have pretty much no evidence that there is.
We have some evidence. Haven't you
It's not
seen
logic.
Haven't
It's
you
not
seen
like-
the
it's not
the groups
good.
online?
But I'm not gonna deny there's stuff out there. I'm just
You gotta look at the evidence here, man. There's been
it's
so
not good evidence. Though.
there's
That's the
so
problem.
many reports of flying crafts.
No, guys,
Reports
guys.
are not evidence.
Well, okay, that doesn't mean
No, there's
aliens.
videos.
It's
There's
just-
literally
Guys.
video. Okay, Joseph, talk.
Guys, when talking about the existence of aliens, evidence is not what we use. It's logic.
Logic.
And logic, realistically, if you use logic, there is no way that us, out of the millions or billions of planets and solar systems in the universe, that we are the only ones that have the conditions proper for life to form.
Yeah, that
That's
makes sense.
just impossible. Statistically, it's so little
Mhm.
chance.
I think what so many people are messed up on is that they'd be advanced. I don't think aliens would be advanced. What if they're as dumb as us or dumber in the Stone Age? You know,
Well,
like
they could be
Monkey?
advanced.
they
but
could
might
be
not
advanced,
be.
or they could be like stupid and barely surviving on their planet.
Or they could
Monkey.
literally be bacterial plants. I mean,
Yeah.
they could be in any stages
Yeah.
of life.
A living object
Monkey.
on a different planet is considered an alien.
Well, it's kind of given that there probably is other life out there. There's
Yeah.
like a bigger question is, are we ever gonna find it?
Hmm.
Because it could be like
I
a
mean-
lot closer than we think it is, or it could be.
We found evidence that there was probably at one point life on Mars.
Well, not life, but like water and things that could
Well, no, we found
carry
like
life.
evidence of bacterial formations and stuff.
Oh.
Just like small things that
What
point towards the fact that there was something living.
What do you think, Nico? You've been kind of quiet.
I think aliens are real.
Why do you think that?
I don't know.
And it makes sense that there would be another life form out there.
Yeah, that there's some sort of other life, but I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean they've been here.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. I don't know. I think it, like you said, statistically, there would be aliens. It's just a matter of if we find
think the
them
only-
or when we find them.
I think the only argument you could use to try to say that there aren't aliens is if you're a religious person and you think that we're the only ones that God wanted to make.
Yeah, I
No.
guess.
I don't think
I-
so.
That's an issue.
I'm religious.
I mean,
I'm
you-
Christian. I believe that we were made in
No, yeah.
God's image and we were the originals. But I still think there's got to be more stuff out there. You know?
No, yeah. I'm just saying you could use that. You could try to use
Yeah.
that as an argument.
That
But-
that is a viable argument, though, if that's what you truly
If
believe.
that's what you believe, yeah. But I don't believe that. I think that, yeah, we're made in God's image, so any other aliens will look like similar to us, probably.
Yeah, I think the only reason they would look different is because of the adaptation based on how the planet is built.
Yeah.
Because
But they would still
I'm guessing.
probably have 2 arms, 2 legs.
Yeah, I'm guessing when
Yeah,
we
they would
find.
have that humanoid figure.
Yeah, I'm guessing when we find where they live, it's not going to be exact copy of Earth. It's going to be another survivable planet. You know, compatible.
Yeah.
All right, I got a new theory
Wait.
for you.
I have something to say.
Hmm.
That was pretty interesting. It was JFK, right, who kind of openly talked about aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
And space
Yeah.
travel.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It was kind of
Getting to
weird
the moon.
how much of a controversial and almost political topic it was back in the early 1960s when he was president.
Hmm.
Like, I've seen interviews and stuff, like, people going around, like, asking, do you believe in aliens? Because that's when it was first, like, talked about. And people were, like, not very open about it. They were very,
Yeah, because it's a very
Yeah.
crazy idea.
that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it's whenever a new crazy idea is brought to people at first are like, "Yo,
I
you
fear it.
actually believe this guy?" Yeah, definitely. All right, I got another theory for you guys. This one is called the simulation theory. This is the theory that we are in a simulation, but
I don't agree.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me explain this theory. Theory
Please don't
goes
say we're in a
that-
simulation.
no.
My God.
no.
Matrix.
No. Shush, my brothers. This is our society will get so advanced that we build a video game like thing with our own characters, with our own world. That eventually they grow their own mind, have free will. So technically, we created another Earth, and then therefore they get so advanced that they create another Earth, and the loop goes on and on.
Yes.
And the theory is that are we the original who created
Yeah,
all
so
this stuff, or are we
Neil
another
deGrasse
simulation?
Talked about this, and I heard him. I watched a video of him talking about it, and he said he used to believe it. Right?
Mhm.
I mean, almost kind of realistic theory. Like,
Yeah, even
we're
Elon
so
Musk.
close to creating. Like, think about this. We're so close to creating realistic simulated video games.
Yeah,
Who's to say we aren't one, and our previous society just got to that point? Now, that's believable, but I did hear him make a point that made him realize that it's not so believable. So, he and his friend were talking, and
Mhm.
so sorry, let me think about this. Him and his friend were talking, and he brought up the point that since we cannot do it, we can't do it yet, that means that we are either the first in the chain or the last, right?
Mm.
Because if we were one of the middle, we would have done it already, and we would have a simulation
Why already?
of full living.
We don't
Because
know how
there's
long
already
it'll
there's
take.
already the next thing over.
Well, but
the
we
next
haven't
thing
created
over.
it yet.
Yeah.
So that brings the chances, because if we were somewhere in the middle, like we'd already created a full society in a video game or simulation, whatever, that would mean we're in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that there's probably millions. And then the chances of it being real are pretty high.
Yeah.
But the fact that we're the first or the last make the chances slim to none.
This all,
Because if we haven't done it, then
yeah.
chances are.
This theory also backs up the theory of
We'll link that video.
yeah, I'll find it, and also the theory of glitches in the Matrix, of like because we are a simulation, as any simulation would, we have little fails and glitches. Explains things like the videos of planes just floating by themselves, or things that don't make sense in
They're
life.
fake.
Yeah,
No,
those
no,
are-
no.
The
Okay.
planes.
No, they're real
There's-
videos. There's real
There's a way
proof.
that a plane
not
can
real.
draft. There's a
Okay.
way that a plane can physically draft a wind
Yeah,
to where it's sitting still in the air. Have you ever seen birds do that?
yeah,
They catch nose wind, and
yeah. But
they
some
basically
people
just-
explain that as glitches in the Matrix, basically. And it's not just that stuff. I can't think of it all, but there's so many things that you can research of things that just don't make sense. People disappearing, and there's no way of finding them. Like, think about that time. What was that tribe? There's a tribe that started an island, and they sent people to go get resources. And when the people got back, everyone was missing. They never found any remains, no bones, nothing. It was just everyone was gone. How do you explain that?
Well, people often just jump
It's a
to
very
like
unfortunate
supernatural
situation.
stuff.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, like look at like the old parts of Christianity and stuff. Like, a lot of it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense now,
I guess you got a
but it
point.
made sense.
But then you
then.
just, yeah, and you look back and you could probably figure out what they were believing at the time.
And why
Yeah,
it's like explain it now. You could explain what they thought.
Yeah, but the unexplainable event is still unexplained to this day, despite the modern
Well-
technology we have. It's not like it's too far gone. We've solved disappearances and murders from, like, the 1800s.
Well, okay, the events that they're talking about, it probably is too far gone for us to figure out what it actually was. Like,
Yeah.
or we can, like, okay, people, you know, people in the olden times that had circumnavigated the globe, they went all the way around it,
Yeah.
and then came back to the same spot, and had the theory that, like, there were these teleporting barriers at the end, and that would have been seen as, like, the glitch in the Matrix, right? You're not supposed to go all the way to the edge, but now we can explain
World
that
border.
as a globe. Like,
Yeah, so what was
We can
unexplainable
explain
back
how that
then
works.
is explainable now because of what they believed back then.
yeah, so maybe, just maybe, that's the case for a lot of the things that we can't explain today.
Yeah,
maybe
we
we'll
just-
just be able to explain them,
We don't have the technology to explain them yet.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
or the background knowledge.
Yeah. But then again, there's things that are undeniable. Like, you can't deny them. We don't know if they're true, or we don't know if there's something hiding.
Yeah,
But,
we can't deny that they're real, but
Yeah.
I mean, we can make theories.
Mm-hmm. I think that's interesting. Anyone else's thoughts?
Nope.
Yo. No.
Yes.
Guys, I think I should play Skate 3 and all this. Link to Skate 3, make Skate 4 soon.
Dude, they're not
Um,
gonna make Skate 4. I'm giving up.
They're gonna make it.
They can't. If they haven't made it yet, they're not gonna make it. It's been too long. Way too long.
It's been 7 years, right?
Yeah, it's been like
Or
10
eight-
years.
8
That's what I thought about Star Wars, but guess what? That came back. And they
No,
were all
people
crap.
knew that was gonna come back.
Okay, The Force Awakens was good. And
No,
then it kind
Force
of...
Awakens
That's right.
wasn't
Eh,
even good.
Force Awakens was alright.
Force Awakens
Yeah,
was
okay, alright.
the best of the
I-
bunch, but
I
still
enjoyed
not
Force
good.
Okay, okay. They weren't good if you're comparing them to the old Star Wars.
No,
But
they're
you
not good
can't
either
because
way.
they have-
No, Joseph.
No.
No.
Okay,
I
they
cannot agree with you
could be.
there.
You could see them as good movies,
I cannot.
but they're
I
different,
thought
obviously,
The Last
because
Jedi, no matter what, was just absolute garbage.
Mhm.
okay, yeah, that was terrible.
The Rise of Skywalker, it was a terrible Star Wars movie.
Oh,
However,
spoiler
I
warning.
still enjoyed
Whoever has
watching
not
it.
seen
It
it.
was an enjoyable movie. But
Yeah,
as
it wasn't.
As
It
a
was
Star
still
Wars
enjoyable.
movie, it was absolutely terrible.
I think the problem that they had with Rise of Skywalker is they try to tie up as many loose ends as they could, but because they already set up a whole new storyline, like, you're not gonna make fans happy. Once you start the storyline of, like, Rey and Kylo Ren and all that stuff, I just think
Yeah.
it's weird how you try and add in all these references from the start.
There were
Okay. It was a good try.
Yeah, Rise of
mean,
Rise of
you'd probably
Skywalker's feels so disconnected from the rest of the three movies.
No, it feels the most disconnected because Ryan Johnson tried to make Star Wars different
Yeah.
with The Last Jedi.
There's a petition that
Mhm.
people are signing for George Lucas to get the rights back and recreate the last three.
That would be
And
nice.
you probably have the answer to my question, or you can confirm this. But weren't there a series of like original Star Wars comics or like stories that?
I think there was books. Of
There's
There's
Okay, the
books,
original
books.
comics.
there's a
that,
lot
like-
of stuff. There,
And that's what all of the original. That's what all of the movies are based on. Those stories, right?
yeah, there's stories.
So, were these new movies even in those stories, or
No,
did
I
Disney
think
just make them
this
up
was a
to-
whole new thing. I think. I don't know. I have to
So
recheck
Disney just wrote a new Star Wars.
that. I think
pretty
yeah.
much.
I think they just tried to create a new story.
I
But
think
I'd
what they're- yeah,
have to
okay.
check. I don't know.
I think what they were doing in, yeah, I agree that in the last movie they were just trying to tie up every loose end they could,
Mm-hmm.
which obviously it's not going to make the fans happy, the original diehard Star Wars fans.
Yeah. I think they
Yeah,
try to go into it saying like, guys, we gotta make every Star Wars fan happy. But with that mindset, you don't make a good movie. You don't even make Star Wars fans happy. Star Wars fans want a good
They tried to
movie.
make us happy by like tying up all the loose ends and explaining everything, but they made up an explanation, and it was the worst possible explanation.
Yeah, but then again, there could be books. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not the worst movie I've seen.
No, I've seen worse, definitely.
I think if it stands alone, it's okay.
Yeah. But if you try to watch
Guys,
it, like,
I'll be right back.
All right.
okay,
All right.
if you try to like do a movie marathon of the Star Wars, you'll probably kill yourself.
I did do a movie theater marathon. When Force Awakens came out, I did all 6 movies, and then we watched Force Awakens.
Force Awakens was all right.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean,
okay. I thought it
but
was
if
good
you
when
try
I
to do
first
it-
saw it.
Yeah. But if you tried to do it with them, I mean,
I'm gonna do that
they're
tomorrow.
so clearly different that it's like watching a whole different series.
You guys gotta think that it's years in the future.
But it's like trying to watch the original trilogy and then Clone Wars.
Yeah,
It's like
You can't.
it's obviously got you.
but you
gotta
also gotta
expect
think
something
that
different.
these movies were made in like what, the 1970s, right? 1970s, 1980s.
Yeah,
70s to
late
early
70s,
2000s.
early 80s.
Yeah, so they had different technology with movie making. So of course, when you're gonna make Star Wars sequels, they're gonna look a lot better than they would of the
Yeah,
original. So it
the
doesn't
picture will be better.
it doesn't have
but
the
that
same
doesn't mean
vibe.
Yeah,
So going from these old looking, not bad quality. I mean, compared to now, it's bad quality, but kind of like grainy movies.
but then it was groundbreaking.
Yeah, and then moving to this newer technology and stuff, it's not gonna have the same vibe as the original Star Wars.
Yeah, the first one they made was pretty low budget too.
Yeah, that's why the
So yeah,
like the recreates with CGI and stuff. They tried to make it look
Yeah.
better, but it ended up looking worse. The whole vibe was lost.
Dude, have you seen the? My dad recently bought all the movies, and in that deal, all of these were remastered in 4K, the original, and I just vividly, I wasn't watching all, but I
Mhm.
walked out into the living room and I saw Yoda, and you could see like every individual like
Yeah,
hair, and like it was freaky. It was
Yeah.
the best picture
Oh,
I've ever
yeah.
seen of
It's.
Star Wars. But
I
it's
heard about
weird.
that. It's so weird. They replaced the puppet Yoda with like all CG.
hmm
It was weird. It looked too realistic for Yoda.
yeah. I like the puppet version more. I like because it really shows the art of puppetry. And I think
Yeah.
that's what made Star Wars so great. Is that all the monsters and creatures you saw, they were
actually
actual.
real figures.
Yeah, they were actual things you could touch and feel.
I think that's what made the Mandalorian so good.
Yeah.
Because the Baby Yoda puppet is
Mhm.
an actual puppet,
Yeah, it's very impressive.
and it's worth like over $1 million too.
Yeah, Mandalorian is one series that gave me original Star Wars vibes. That's why I liked it so much. So they didn't have to focus on connecting everything to the original trilogy. You know, it's not the same pressure as a sequel. It's its own standalone series.
It's its own standalone series, but it connects to
hmm
the Clone Wars and Rebels, as far as I know.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten a chance to watch all of Clone Wars. I think I'm just gonna watch the final season because of how much talks about it.
You're not gonna get anything.
Yeah, I won't get anything, but I'll get the stuff for the prequels because it all ties up at the end.
Yeah, I think it goes into the end of the third movie, like Order
Mhm.
66.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's from what I've heard, the final season of Clone Wars was done really well, and how they tied everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it though, and I plan on it. But we can't deny the Lego renditions of all the Star Wars movies. They're obviously the best.
The best.
Mm-hmm.
No question.
Mm. It's just masterpieces right there.
True.
It's the only 100% storyline accurate
Yeah.
series.
What are other like classic movies? You talk about the Avengers. What are your opinions on Avengers Endgame? I know
don't trigger Jacob.
Yeah, it's been a while gone, but what do you guys think of how everything ended with Avengers?
Okay.
Interesting. It was a great movie, but I don't know. The Endgame definitely feels like a part 2 more than anything.
Yeah.
Like it's not its own standalone movie.
Well, it wasn't made to be its own standalone movie.
Yeah.
I think people who watched Endgame before Infinity War, it's one of the worst decisions you can make.
Yeah.
There's-
Is Jacob even here still?
No, he's busy right now. He'll be back soon.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Because
Yeah. He's gonna get a little mad. He's passionate.
I have an unpopular opinion. Most of you guys.
What's your unpopular opinion?
Endgame is ridiculously overinflated and overrated. It's a 3-hour movie with 15 minutes of action.
What are you talking about? The whole thing's action.
No, it's
And
not.
And even without action, it's so great. Like that moment when Tony Stark got to see his father. Wasn't that not
The
tears?
storytelling is good.
Yeah, storytelling's amazing.
I don't
It's
know.
like
It
what
was
you
too
expect
boring.
from a finale. Going back to how everything started. I
It was
like
too
that.
boring of a Marvel movie for me. I expected the Marvel movie to be more Marvel. It felt like it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't a classic Marvel movie.
I don't know, man.
Well, I don't think they wanted to make it like that because it started out a lot different. Everybody was dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
Marvel's taking a new direction too.
I think
mean-
Phase 4 is gonna be good,
What'd you say?
or not good. Phase 4. Like I don't know if it's gonna be good
that?
or not.
What's Phase 4?
The next chunk of Marvel movies that they're gonna release.
yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be good or not because they're like pretty much just starting from the ground up again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I want
Which
to, but like
may not
all those movies or TV shows are coming out on Disney Plus about all the superheroes.
Oh
That's
yeah,
gonna be cool, especially the
I just
Loki
hope-
one.
I just hope they find a new director that can make new Marvel movies like the old ones.
What do
I
you?
really
What do you
want to see DC
Because I-
do something.
dude?
This is-
Honestly, like
Yeah.
Joker, amazing, perfect. If all the movies were like Joker, they'd be great. But I think
they wouldn't be able to do them all like Joker.
yeah, DC is just I don't know what they did. I feel like
I
for
They
love
me,
messed
the
it
DC
up 'cause
universe a
they-
lot, but their filmmaking quality is not the best.
yeah.
DC.
Yes.
Yeah.
hmm
I don't know. I liked Aquaman.
I didn't see Aquaman.
Aquaman was a pretty cool movie.
I think their biggest problem was that they did the Justice League before they made all the characters individual.
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
The thing that Marvel does right is that the story is so clear to everyone. And I think
Because
what
all the characters are defined.
yeah, all the characters are
Yeah.
defined. You know exactly how they all work. And then when they're brought together, you're like, "Yo, I remember he was so cool in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Now he's here. Like it's so cool." And then now
With
you got
Justice
like
League, it's just like
yeah, everything's just like
they-
yeah.
they
We
don't
all
make
we all know who Batman is, but in this kind of context, we don't know who Batman is.
yeah, unless you're a true DC fan,
Yeah.
things don't tie up and connect. They
I
don't go in depth enough with movies.
I don't
You have to be you have to be familiar with each franchise already.
I don't have time to read a bunch of comic books just to watch Justice League, even though it's not even a good movie.
And then you've got the what's it called? The Arrow series, the Flash series.
Oh, the CW series?
The CW series.
Yeah, all the
It's
CW shows that
completely
make it
different.
even more confusing.
But those standalone are good. And the Flash isn't even the same Flash from the movie, the
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
an eight-
cinematic
But
universe.
they're connected now. If
Are
you guys
they?
didn't know that, yeah.
I did not know that.
What? That's weird.
Oh wait,
Um,
wasn't there like an episode in the new season where like he sees the other one?
Yeah, just a little spoiler alert for whoever doesn't or whoever
Yes,
does watch
already said
these
it.
shows. It was the Crisis on Infinite Earths, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was called. But like they have one point where the Flash is like running through the Speed Force, and he runs into the DCEU Ezra Miller Flash.
But that's what Flash is great because in the past they've talked about the infinite universe theory, which makes it ties everything together with the DCU.
Yeah, it makes it easier to tie stuff in.
Yeah, but another thing is it also brings up that there might be multiple multiverses,
Yeah.
which there is in the DC universe. There's like a dark matter universe, and then there's like an antiverse or whatever. But like,
the vibe DC gives off is like, yo, wouldn't this be sick? And they're like, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like, so? Let's just do it. It would be so cool.
Yeah.
like
So they just
have
do
to
it.
give some sort of backstory.
You gotta
to
make context and have a story instead of just making it look cool.
That's what I think the CW shows do good.
Mm-hmm.
They introduce a character, give them a thorough backstory,
Yeah.
and then give them a villain that you don't know a whole lot about at the beginning, but then you start learning more and more about them.
And the thing that the MCU can do is that they can pick from any storyline from the comic books. Because there's so many storylines.
But they all tied together somehow because it's generally
Yeah.
they're all similar universes.
There's literally
They're all
storylines
exactly the same.
where Deadpool kills Thanos. So, like, you never know what's going to happen in the MCU. They can
That's
go.
true.
They have so much to work with. And I think they did it perfect. I think it was a very good,
Dude, there's a comic storyline where Deadpool murders the entire Marvel universe.
yeah.
Just because
there's a
he's
lot.
insane enough to figure out that they live in a comic book.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot they can work off of, and that shows in their storytelling.
It's just so much material
Mm-hmm.
because they really did have way more comics than DC, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I think there was a good amount on both ends.
I don't know. Maybe it was just that Marvel's comics were more widespread than DC's.
Yeah, I think they're more well known.
Maybe.
You're gonna see a lot more Marvel fans going to see Endgame than you are gonna see DC fans going to see Justice League.
Well, I think that's more because of the movies, not
Yeah.
the comics.
I have a vintage X-Men
Yeah, I guess you're right.
comic in my closet somewhere that one of my old like teacher friends, buddies. He wasn't my teacher, but he was like my teacher's friend, and he'd always come into class. And he was so cool. I was in like 4th grade. He gave me this comic. He was a collector. It
Wow.
was crazy.
Yeah, I have a pretty interesting comic right here, actually, that I haven't opened. It's DC versus Marvel Comics.
Really?
I
Yeah,
haven't opened my comic either.
at the time it came out, it was $3.95, but I think mint condition. Let me see.
I'm
You guys-
back.
I don't know.
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Jacob, we talked about your favorite movie,
Which is
Avengers
Avengers
Endgame.
alright.
Yeah, you missed a lot, but we just talked about the MCU and how it compares to the DC universe, and how the MCU is way better.
DC's getting better, but they're still
It-
What?
pretty bad.
Yeah.
You think DC's getting better?
I think with the release of Joker, it was
All right, ignore Joker.
made a huge jump.
Ignore Joker. Because
Why?
Aquaman, still good.
Okay,
Oh,
Aquaman
yeah,
was
I agree.
good. Joker was good, and with their new movie lineup, the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey, it wasn't the best, but it sold pretty well because of the actor. They got the new Wonder Woman movie coming out. Shazam did really well. They got plans for like,
Shazam was a really good movie.
It's looking like it's getting better. It's still nothing compared to Marvel and what they've been able to do.
I don't know about Shazam. It wasn't the best, I don't think.
It was
Again,
better
in my
than.
opinion, it was not the best movie, but it did get a lot of good.
good support.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
are thoughts about Shazam joining up and then making a new Justice League movie with Shazam. I'm sure
That would be cool.
People would love that.
I'd like to see them incorporate a new solo character into like a team setting, because that's what Marvel, and it makes it great. Like they incorporate Spider-Man into the Avengers. They just mix it in. It works really well.
I think with the new direction they're going with Joker is also really cool. 'Cause in the past, Joker has been just like a kind of like a mob boss, crime lord kind of guy, and now it's showing that he's actually insane.
Yeah.
It was very
I
clear
think
that he's always talking
the
about
the 2022 Flash movie. I think they're planning on like resetting the entire DCEU that way.
That'd be the best thing they could do.
And with that, they're introducing the Matt Reeves Batman.
The thing is, they lost what's his name? Ben Affleck. And they lost the actor
Ben
for
Affleck.
Spider-Man. And they
Did they
lost
lose
the
him to
actor for
drugs
Superman,
again?
too.
What happened to him?
Yeah.
He just quit.
Really?
Oh, he didn't start doing meth again?
I don't think so. I think he just quit. Like he didn't like the role or something.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think the direction they're going is going to be pretty good.
I think Beetlejuice should be Batman.
That is a great idea. Beetlejuice is Batman. You know, they're casting Hard Rock Nick as the next Iron Man.
Oh my god. Hard Rock Nick, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah. I don't know. I think DC's getting a little better.
Okay, it says that this comic is worth $5 right now, but last time I looked it up, if you got it graded and cleaned and it hit like a really high like grade or whatever, like 9 and above, it was worth like over $300 from what I
Wow.
remember.
That's crazy. I think I have some expensive. What do I have in my house? It's expensive. I know. My grandma, or my great grandma, she had a builder's like construction manual for the building of Euro Disney.
Euro Disney?
Yeah, we have like one of the early release manuals that you people can get. It talks about like, the building and construction of Euro Disney.
I have in my garage, I have an electrician's manual, a general electrician's manual from like 1953, I think. Like
Really?
original print. And my dad and I literally used it for a project we did in the garage, putting up a bunch of lights.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was his dad's.
I have a penny from like 1950.
We're saying all this cool stuff, and he's like, I have a penny from
I have a
what's the value of that, like 3 cents now?
No, it's like $5, I think. $5-6.
4 cents. That's where you're wrong.
I have a label on eBay, vintage 1950s standard.
What about you, Jacob? Do you have any expensive antique stuff?
I don't know. I have a $2 bill now. It can be sold for $5, surprisingly.
Wow.
That's not that rare.
Yeah.
I have like
Yeah.
30.
For your $2 bill, I could sell a penny for the same amount.
I have some Swedish money, which is pretty dope, but it's still in use today, so it can't be that much.
Yeah. I have a Wii.
Once
How much are Wii's going for now?
Wii's?
Probably not
Like,
very much.
Just wait, man. There's a select few of my childhood toys that I'm saving because I always watch those like
save
American buyers shows where they go and like, oh, this toy about 7,000. My dad's like, oh, I had that as a kid. Dad, come on, you could have sold that. We could have been millionaires. So I'm saving a few things.
I have more stuff, right? More comics right here too. I've got a 4-edition limited series Gambit comic from Marvel, but the package has been opened.
Oh, all right, it's $2.
Yeah, it's probably not worth a lot. And then this was all from my dad's friend that he gave to me. And then there's a Shadowcat Excalibur card in here too. I don't know how much that is worth. And then I have another card in here. I'm pretty sure or another Pokemon card in here.
Pokemon.
I don't know how much it's worth,
I don't know
or
where
if
my
it's even
Pokemon
real.
cards went.
but it's Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos in one card.
What?
Here,
I have a card
I am
like
so
that.
confused.
I'll send a picture in the Discord. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I remember, here's a funny story about Pokemon cards. I used to live down the street from where I live now, which I'm not going to say because, you know. Anyway, so this kid was moving out, and I remember a few days before I moved out, he had called me stupid or something, and it made me upset. And he had a little giveaway box outside his house because he wanted to give stuff away. I'm living with this. Bro, that's sick.
I don't know how much it's worth or if it's even real.
What?
I used to have a Charmander that was worth like $1.
I made a Charmeleozard once.
You made one?
Yeah.
You also made a Hillary Clinton card, right?
I made a Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton card. I made a Mega Squirrel card. And I have it right now. I wanna give that out.
You're gonna give out the Mega Squirtle card? What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
Okay.
But anyway, so this
Check
kid,
your phone real quick.
Talk about
Check your
this.
text.
this kid who was really mean to me. He was giving away a bunch of stuff. Remember, he was giving out a bunch of Pokemon cards, and one of them was like this old antique-looking Japanese card. And I stole it, and I went to my house, and I remember he knocked on my door at like 9 o'clock, which was late for when we were kids. And he was like, "Hey, did you take one of my Pokemon cards? They kind of looked like Chinese." And I was like, No, I didn't. And I still have that card to this day.
You are a monster.
Wait, which card is it?
I don't know, I'll have to find it. I found my binder went. Oh my gosh, these look so... Oh my
That is
goodness.
The very first card I made was Hobo Joe. EX.
Hobo
then
Joe.
I made a Mega Hobo Joe. Then I made a Mega Weedle, a Mega Bulbasaur, a Mega Squirtle,
Oh my
a Mega
gosh.
Holcha, a Trollface EX, and then Donald and Hillary Clinton.
We'll have to put this
You
up
never lived
they
if
can
you
see
made
it.
it.
I'll put this in. I'll show up all the cards. This is great, dude.
Donald takedown, raise the taxes.
That's amazing.
Dude, I need to
Wait,
find
hold
some
on, I didn't see the
Pokemon
powers. Build a wall, 160 damage, raise the taxes. Oh my
This attack
gosh.
does 40 more damage if a staying card.
Vote me, 20 damage.
Oh my god.
What's this?
Trollface
Trollface,
EX.
breathe, 100 damage. Death stare,
Death stare,
1,000.
1,000 damage. This Pokemon does 1,000 damage to itself, then discard your opponents.
Hold on, did you guys ever get any of the base set
Jesus.
reprint cards?
The
Like
what?
the
I
I didn't realize
Japanese,
how powerful this was.
the Japanese base set reprint from like 2016.
I did not.
I don't know.
I got a whole box of them for Christmas that year, and I unboxed like the rarest card in existence, and I don't know where it went.
You're capping. Cap.
No cap, dude. It's a
I didn't
reprint,
realize
but
it said discard your entire opponent's hand.
I don't even know how to play the Pokemon card game. We used to just put them down, and whoever had the more damage
Wait,
would win.
Hey, young Darren.
What? Yeah, it's
Oh God.
Oh
It's
my.
pretty sure that's
I
a
know I
Airsoft,
never
isn't
got
it?
rid of it. They were the Japanese reprint too, so I think they're worth like even more.
Nico, you
And-
fool.
But you got to remember, it's all reprint, so I don't know how much it's really worth.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You could just missed out on $2 million.
I'm trying to figure out the value, but I can't.
Alright, well, we're hitting about an hour. I think we're gonna go ahead and end it here.
Do you guys want to end it? Like, I think we could still keep talking.
We can keep
We
going.
keep talking, but maybe not for recording.
Should end the podcast. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Anyways,
Alright.
my name is Lil Tarnation, aka Nathaniel Crabtree. I am your host. Thank you for watching the Tarnation Podcast. I will see you later. Have a dig dadly ding dandy time.